Well, Emily, in the drill down, we usually dig into the company news behind a stock on the move. Stock's not on the move yet, but this S1 filing from Zynga is really fascinating stuff. It's just an amazing business, and I want to talk about that business a little bit. The numbers within this filing are just incredible. This company processes and serves more than 1 petabyte of content daily. That's 1,000 terabytes of content every day. They also have a huge staff. They've got 2,268 employees. Most of them have been hired this year. Now, well, at least in the last 12 months, I should say. It's just an incredibly quickly growing business. Now, another incredible thing is how many people are using this service. The massive crowds of people squandering their time playing these games. 148 million monthly users. Now, a lot of those users play many games, so the number of players in those games is actually 232 million players of Zynga games every single month. That's a giant number when you think about that. And where are they? Well, they're everywhere. They're global in its scope, 166 countries. 38,000 virtual items are created every second on some kind of Zynga game. And the other thing that's interesting about this business is they're really learning from their success. You can see it in the numbers in the filing. Farmville had 43 users in 100 days. But Cityville, the next game, big game that they came out, had hit 61 million users in half that time, in 50 days. And it's also very interesting to see with this company, in this filing, not one insider or venture capital firm is selling stock in this offering. A rarity among venture-backed IPOs, but really rare in this era when people are trying to get the money quick.
How does Zynga's business model actually work?
It's a really interesting model. It's not terribly creative. One of the things they do is they sell a lot of stuff. Virtual stuff, yes, but a lot of it. The revenues in this thing are just a beast. If you look at the quarterly revenue figures, you see this company growing and growing and growing from $101 million 5 quarters ago to $235 million in the quarter that ended in March. And not only are revenues growing, the pace of that growth is actually increasing. If you look at the pace of revenue growth for this company, it's just an impressive thing and keeps getting better. So revenue's growing at 6%, 100%, 20%. Now, in the last quarter, it dipped quite a bit. But that's still really impressive revenue growth off a really big number. Even if the pace had remained flat, these would be big numbers. And the operating profit margins are also getting better and better. If you look at the operating profit margins of this company, what you see is that they're making a lot of money. I think we've got a chart of those operating profit margins, and it shows you just how much money they're making as they sell their products. And it's an impressive growth rate there as well. That's actually the same numbers that we saw before. I think it's an error. But anyway, as good as the revenues are, I think maybe the most interesting thing about the model is they're probably understated. Their revenues last year, as Emily mentioned, was $598 million. But their bookings were $839 million. That's how much people actually paid for stuff from Zynga. Here's what the difference is. Because these are virtual goods, if you buy a magic wand in one of their games or a tractor in Farmville, Zynga's on the hook to provide that for a certain period of time. So they've put aside a lot of the money to recognize that revenue ratably over time as you own that virtual tractor. What that really means is you can see the company growing terrific amounts of accounts receivable. You can see the company having deferred revenues, that are also very, very big, a lot bigger than that $598 million revenue number. So what we have here is a very big, very profitable business that seems to be getting better over time.